Hello. Just like the white-winged dove sings a song, it sounds like she's singing. Stevie Nicks is the first female artist to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for a second time. The first female artist to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for a second time. First with Fleetwood Mac, and now for her unforgettable solo work. With Stevie, you're not celebrating music from long ago through the mists of time. She was standing on stage, headlining a place this size, doing her best work just 3 nights ago. She is forever current. She is forever Stevie. But what exactly does that mean? In my family, we listened at home, we listened in the car, we listened wherever we could. Dreams was the first song that I knew all the words to, before I really knew what the words meant. I thought it was a song about the weather, but I knew that it was a beautiful song about the weather. I always knew the words, and I loved them all. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. She's so wise and serene. She sees all the romance and drama in the world, and she celebrates it. She will stand on stage introducing her songs, telling you how she wrote them honestly, like you're the only other person in the world. You're more than a fan. You are her friend. And her words say in so many ways, I understand you, and you are not alone. And that is true Stevie. She walked a path tread by Janis Joplin and Joni Mitchell, visionary women who had to throw a couple of elbows to create their own space. Her early band Fritz opened for Jimi Hendrix, and they held their own. She was far ahead of her time, creating her own sound. It was bright, it was fresh, and it was magical. Next, she formed a duo with Fritz's bassist, Lindsey Buckingham Nicks. Then on New Year's Eve 1974, Mick Fleetwood invited Lindsey Buckingham and herself to join Fleetwood Mac, and everybody's lives became brilliant and a lot crazier. Stevie Nicks stepped onto the world stage with unforgettable ease. I remember it well. She began creating stories that flowed from her heart to her pen, which ended up in our souls, with characters that we would always remember. Classic songs like Silver Springs, Rhiannon, Gypsy, and Sarah. In the 1980s, she released Belladonna, the rare first solo album that was as powerful as the supergroup that she was still in. With Stop Dragging My Heart Around, she and Tom Petty took things to another level. Then she did it again with albums like The Wild Heart and Rock a Little. Whether on her own, in a duet, with her band, it's probable that at some point she found herself in a barbershop quartet. Stevie could do it all, and that is true Stevie. You can't take your eyes off her, as we've seen tonight. She is the magical gypsy godmother who occupies the in-between. It's a space that can and will only ever be hers. She's a lot like a rock and roll Nina Simone, finding the notes that only she can. And by being so unapologetically herself, she gives others permission to do the same. And that is true Stevie. Yeah. And if you're lucky enough to know her, she's always there for you. She knows what you need, advice, a little wisdom, a blouse or shawl. She's got you covered. Her songs make you ache, feel on top of the world, make you want to dance, and usually all three at the same time. She is responsible for more running mascara, including my own, than all the bad dates in history combined. And that is true Stevie. There are few people who hold the stage like her. I was lucky enough to play with her at the Troubadour a few years ago, and all I could do was watch. The show is no longer yours. it is hers, and you take a knee as she takes it from you, and that is true Stevie. She has many, many solo hits. If Anyone Falls, Edge of 17, Talk to Me. But there are so many gems hidden within the album. There are so many gems hidden within the albums. Songs like Belle Fleur and Garbo, Annabelle Lee and Ooh My Love. However you feel or want to feel, there is a Stevie Nicks song that will meet you there. Each song is a dance. It's an emotional ballet. It is a letter to a lover or a friend. And every single year she gathers more momentum. Somewhere around 2005, 2006, this woman became God. I think we can all agree on that. On Halloween, 1 in 7 people dress as Stevie Nicks. She is both an adjective and a verb. To quote my father, that was rather Stevie Nicks. And to quote my mother, I Stevie Nicks that shit so hard. Mick Fleetwood calls her the fearless leader. She is Mama Lion to her friends. She's the family member that you can always count on. I hope she knows what she means to us, what she means to yet another generation of artists who look to her for inspiration and trailblazing courage. That is true Stevie. She is so much more than a role model. She is a beacon to all of us. Whenever you hear her voice, life gets just a little bit better. When she sings, the world is hers and it is yours. She is everything you have ever wanted in a lady, in a lover, and in a friend. Stephanie Nicks, I love you. We all do. And that is true, Stevie. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honor to be with you all here tonight. Thank you so much. Please join me in welcoming to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for the second time, Stevie Nicks.